an action-packed manga with homosexual undertones.
I love it.
Not
And good
unlike
jackets.
Baki.
Shut up.
Oh, Neve, you should read some fucking Baki if you don't think that shit's gay.
Yeah, that shit's really gay.
Baki's so ugly looking.
It is horrific looking.
It's so terrible.
But I am having such a fantastic time with this new series.
It's very funny.
It's really just, I have waited so long for Baki to return, and it is just delivering on all fronts. It is fantastic.
It's real good at setting up a character where they're like, look how strong this guy is.
And finding really inventive ways, like the guy who just pisses really hard.
Yeah, or the guy...
So there's a police chief, and he's at like he's at a like little basin, and he's peeing into the basin, and next thing you just see this like stream of urine start sloshing down behind him, and it pulls out, and one of the world's most dangerous criminals is standing beside him.
Or there's another guy who like inhales a lot of air and blows the organs out of a man's ear. Like he just like blows through it, and the organs don't have anywhere to go, so they burst out his other eardrum.
Yeah.
Wait, so he blows in one ear of the guy's head.
And his intestines come out the other.
How would the air go down? And
Neve, if you don't understand martial arts, I'm not going to explain it to you.
What is the story of Baki? Like, why are these?
Okay.
Why are these giant, weird, wrinkly men fighting?
Okay, sit tight, everyone, because here we go.
Here's John's 5 minutes.
Okay, so Baki is a 12-year-old boy.
What?
And he is training. So the first scene opens, and it's Baki versus 100 members of the most dangerous street gang in Japan. He beats 54 of them in this big battle royale fight before being taken down. And he goes back to his home and he starts crying because he couldn't beat 100. Because he's only a boy. And it's like, who is this small child who has mastered so many martial arts? What's his deal?
He's not even a man grown.
He's not even a man grown, and he does not want milk of the poppy. It's an in-joke for me and Brian. I'll explain some other time. But it turns out that Baki is the son of Yujiro Hanma. And Yujiro Hanma is the most powerful being on the planet. He's like the strongest living being, like animal or man, and nothing can come close to him. And Yujiro is so desperate for a proper opponent that he found the genetically perfect woman to sire him a child and had Baki with her. And then he told Baki, I'm going to be back when you're 12 years old, and you better give me a good fight.
When he's 12?
When he's 12. That's a man grown, Neve.
It is?
And so then Yujiro comes back when Baki's 12, and he has a fight with this 12-year-old boy, and he beats the fuck out of him. He beats him so bad.
Yeah, he's the strongest being in the world, and the guy's a 12-year-old.
Yeah, but he should have tried harder. And so as punishment, Yujiro kills Baki's mom.
That's so fucked up. That is such a bad basis for his narrative.
No, Neve, it's fine.
It's manga. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so Baki has his motivation. Now he needs to kill his dad because his dad killed his mom.
Whoa. Who said anything about killing his dad? He wants to beat his dad in a sportsmanlike contest. Where did killing come from?
Well, he killed his mom. Is he not bit
Two
pissed?
wrongs don't make a right, Neve. That's not the martial arts way.
Baki's better than his
What
dad.
martial arts are they doing? Is it like...
All of them.
Oh, okay.
Like karate and shit.
Karate, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, animal fighting, everything. Caveman, that's another style. There's another style that's just crime.
Is that just like breaking bottles on people?
Kinda.
There's a match between two characters, and one of them their fighting style is grip,
Yeah.
because he can squeeze things very hard, and the other's fighting style is criminal. And during the fight, the guy who uses criminal fighting style shoots the other guy in the face like 5 times. That's like halfway through the fight.
Okay. Wait, what is it? And then the other guy's dead, right? Because he's been shot in the
I'm
face.
not going to get into spoilers here, Neve.
Okay.
So anyway, look, a bunch of shit happens. Baki grows up. He beats up a giant ape and makes friends with it.
What age is Baki when you say Baki's grown up?
12, 15, 17.
Okay.
And at 17, he wins the most elite martial arts tournament in the entire world. At which point, he rematches with his father and gets beaten in one hit.
Okay.
Okay.
So his goal is to beat his dad.
Yeah. Then, all of a sudden, now Yujiro is the strongest living being, okay?
Okay.
And so to find new challenges, we need to delve into the past. A massive Neanderthal is thawed out from the ice and resuscitated. And they name him Pickle. Oh, this is after Muhammad Ali's son challenges the world's strongest martial artists.
And does he win or he dies?
He beats them at sport, but then in contests of death, he fails.
Does he die?
No. Oh, this is also after Baki has obtained the near-death focus, okay? So to really, like, surpass your own instincts and to, like, have the finest sensory input you can as a martial artist, you need to obtain the near-death focus. And to do so, Baki hurls himself off a cliff and tumbles down it Homer Simpson style. And at the bottom, he's like, oh, I did it. I've obtained near-death focus.
But if he didn't die, how would he known it would have been near death?
Because he nearly died.
He nearly died.
But he could have done anything then. He could have like just stepped in front of a car and stepped back again and went, oh.
You think a car could do anything to Baki?
I don't know, falling down a cliff doesn't seem that expensive.
Nature's greatest danger, Neve.
Well, like it's its own body versus gravity, so it probably would do a lot of damage. But yeah, John, I remember a couple years ago John showing me the caveman and showing me a couple panels where Baki is fighting the caveman, and then like he beats the caveman a bit, but then it shows Baki's hand and it is bust open everywhere and you can see his skeleton and shit.
So,
and I was like, how's he gonna fix that?
How does he fix it?
I don't remember. So
I think in the next chapter it's fine.
The panels of people getting punched in Baki are the best panels of that in anything. Like the way that man draws like the movement of skin, like he'll draw stuff like people's eyelids like coming away from their eyes because the impact is so strong.
But like all the people are drawn like leather couches.
Yeah.
But like they're hideous, but there's a lot of skill there in how they're depicted, and it's also perfect for this kind of manga because they look so physical that you really feel it when they hit each other. Bunch of stuff happens. Baki eventually fights Yujiro in what I would call a kind of fair fight, but Baki does piss himself twice over the course of the fight.
When they fight out in the middle of the road, don't they?
Yeah.
Why? How does that... Okay, how... Please walk me through how pissing on himself would work in that situation.
No, he got scared.
He gets scared.
Oh, he's not... It's not a tactic, Neve. He's frightened.
Okay. Sorry.
Like, when you get like a
tactic.
small pet.
Foolish me.
Okay.
When a small pet pisses itself.
Have I told the Yujiro Hanma imitation story on the podcast
No.
before? Okay. So, over the course of Grappler Baki, this idea of imitation martial arts comes into it. So, Baki first learns to fight like a crane, as in like, the kind of bird.
Okay, yeah.
And then he learns to do all this other stuff. And so in his fight against Pickle the caveman, he knows that no one animal, no one dinosaur could beat Pickle. Like Tyrannosaurus couldn't do it, a pterodactyl could. What are you laughing at, Brian?
Nothing. The Jurassic period and cavemen were back to back.
They were directly on top of each other. I think this manga knows what it's talking about. And so Pickle used to like, he'd like get Tyrannosaurus Rex in like sleeper holes. And by the way, this is a serious manga. There's nothing supernatural going on here. Okay, so Baki learns that no one dinosaur could defeat Pickle. So Baki takes all the strongest parts from all the dinosaurs and combines them into one martial arts style. And there's just this panel where Pickle is looking at Baki doing this, and you turn the page and it's a giant double page spread of the most fucked up dinosaur I've ever seen. So anyway, that's like the pinnacle of imitation combat. Baki has imagined the ultimate like carnivore and imitated that.
But how do you channel the strength from something you're imagining?
Martial arts.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Your heart believes.
So
your body believes.
He presents this new form to his father Yujiro in their final showdown. And Yujiro goes, "That's pretty good. But there's one living creature stronger than that." And he goes, "I will now imitate that creature. I will now imitate Yujiro Hanma." And he imitates himself and becomes the strongest creature in all of existence. How cool is that, Neve?
That's really strong.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah,
Do they wear clothes in this?
barely?
Yeah,
They're
I
wearing-
thought so. Are they mostly naked?
It's skimpy as fuck underwear.
Yeah, like I think Pickle the caveman is nearly always naked.
Cavemen don't need to wear clothes.
He also eats the other fighters.
Where does the name Pickle come from?
I don't know, but his dick is like a subject of discussion in the manga.
Yeah.
If that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
But look, we are getting way ahead of ourselves here.
There's the one thing I want to talk about real quick, which
Okay.
is when Baki fights his dad and they're fighting in the middle of the street. And at this point, the author isn't sure if he's going to end the manga or not, but it's about to go on hiatus. And so what it does is suddenly it becomes a TV broadcast, and Barack Obama is watching it on television. And he's in like the Oval Office, away from his desk, just watching it on TV. And Michelle Obama comes in and goes, "What are you watching?" And he turns around to her and goes, "Get out of here!"
What the fuck?
And it's the creepiest drawing ever.
Can we use that for the thumbnail of the podcast?
Yeah, we'll find it. I really like when they have Obama in anime. Like he's in a couple episodes of Yokai Watch as well, and a few other things. He's really good when he's an anime character.
Yeah, he's very good. But anyway, to answer your question, Neve, about the criminals and what is this actually about, the criminals occur midway through Baki's story when Baki gets so strong that it activates the principle of synchronicity.
The butterfly effect.
Okay.
Do you know what synchronicity is?
Not in this context, no.
Well, you know, synchronicity is like when a chemical reaction happens one place on Earth and then it starts happening all around the Earth. So like it was first discovered when nitroglycerin crystallized, and then it crystallized on a bunch of nitroglycerin. This has actually happened. Was getting transported on a transport ship to England, I think it was.
This is Mary Celeste, wasn't
Mary
it?
Celeste, maybe, yeah. And it started crystallizing, but then at that moment it started crystallizing all over the world, and it was like, that's weird. So what happens is that Baki gets so strong that one of the most dangerous criminals in the entire world senses his strength from a maximum security prison and breaks out and swims to Japan, he's in America, in order to fight Baki.
Why was he just waiting in the prison if he could break out all along? Because he was just waiting for someone strong enough to make it worth it. Okay, never mind. I've answered my own question.
He just got activated.
Okay, but that thing I just said with the criminal,
Yeah.
that happens 4 times all over the world with separate criminals who
Oh.
all come to Japan of their own accord. Synchronicity, Neve.
Try and fight a 17-year-old boy.
To fight a 17-year-old boy. That is what the currently airing series of Baki is about.
The 4 criminals,
The
not
4
the dad.
Well, Yujiro's going to be... You know Yujiro's going to be in there doing some shit
He was watching TV with his legs spread out across 2 chairs.
with a leopard thong.
He looked really good.
He looks really good.
Is it animated well, the show?
It's a kind of JoJo thing where it's like, there's not a lot of animation, but like it's put together well and it looks like a nice version of the manga. Still looks fucking hideous, but like they're going for a look and they're nailing it. And
It's very well directed.
yeah, it's really well directed and it's a lot of fun. Like there's a lot of really fun cuts and sound effects and lighting and stuff. So I'm having a great time with it. Might be doing a video about this later in the year.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
little boy believes with all his heart.
So you get to talk about Baki, but then you have all these other things on your list, and now you don't get to talk about them
No, what? Why?
because it's mean.
No, we'll bounce around like we usually do. It's fine.
That was a long Baki thing. I hope people like Baki.
I mean, how could you not like the greatest piece of art?
Why don't they wear clothes?
Because they just get torn up, Neve. Like that. Like
They're all oily. It doesn't work.
Most of the fight starts with clothes on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Good to know.
It's holding them back.